Hello. Welcome to Manchester United Daily Updates. Before continuing this video, click the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest news from Manchester United. Man United legend names one Arsenal star he'd prefer Amorim to sign over Rice. I really like. Former Manchester United forward Louis Saha has named the one player he would like new head coach Ruben Amorim to steal from rivals Arsenal. Amorim has been appointed to replace Erik ten Hag at Man United. Under him, the Premier League giants are unbeaten in 3 matches. The Red Devils were held to a 1-1 draw at Ipswich Town in Amorim's first game. Then last week, his side battled back from behind to beat Bodo Glimt 3-2 and hammered Everton 4-0 at Old Trafford. Man United have a much sterner test on Wednesday night as Amorim takes his team to the Emirates to face Premier League title challengers Arsenal. Ahead of this match, 9th-placed Man United are 4 points adrift of the Champions League places, while Arsenal are 9 points short of table-toppers Liverpool. United are a few levels below Arsenal and other sides at the top of the Premier League, and Amorim will likely look to overhaul his squad in 2025. The 39-year-old has the best goalkeeper in the Premier League, and he's named the future of Man United. But Saha has named Martin Odegaard as the one player he'd love his former club to sign from Arsenal. Odegaard is someone that I really like. His intelligence as a provider is similar to Bruno Fernandes. I like his capacity to be in and out of the box. The area that he's playing, sometimes he's playing deep, sometimes he's playing really high, Saha said. He provides the connection with the midfield and the strikers, so I really like his positioning. I would think that that's what United needs to create chances, to create a high tempo, to create a bit of extra quality. Technically, when there is a bit of pressure, you can still give him the ball and it doesn't matter to him. So I would say Odegaard, even if I think physically, we perhaps need a player like Declan Rice in midfield. Saha has also encouraged Man United's players to create an improvement benchmark when they face Arsenal, as Mikel Arteta's side are a different animal to Amorim's recent opponents. The quality of Arsenal going forward is just amazing and will provide way more trouble than we had against Everton. Definitely, it's going to be a big test, and United need to be in their top form and full of confidence. Tactically, it will maybe provide a bit more understanding because he may have chosen a certain type of plan based on the players that he's got. Maybe you will see something closer to the first 11 that he wants to play week in, week out. It will be a huge test, but if they do win, it's a massive statement. I'm sure the manager is looking forward to this type of fixture. Man United set to battle Spurs for Sunderland AFC transfer. Manchester United have retained their interest in Sunderland goalkeeper Anthony Patterson. This report from the Daily Mail comes after Sunday's revelation that Spurs were also interested in a move for the 24-year-old, who is continuing to impress at the Stadium of Light. Patterson may have spent a chunk of the season out injured, but he has shown real promise again when he's played this season. And now he's back in action. He will have the opportunity to put himself in the shop window ahead of the January transfer window. The Black Cats may have gone winless in their last 6 league games, but they are still in the promotion mix at this stage and may be keen to keep the vast majority of their first-team squad together. However, questions over Patterson's future have emerged, with the player being linked with numerous top-flight teams in recent months. Liverpool have also been linked with the shot-stopper this season, along with Crystal Palace, but it remains to be seen whether either club will end up making an approach for him when the January window opens. The Black Cats, meanwhile, are facing the possibility of losing some other key first-teamers in the next window or two, with Joe Bellingham and Chris Rigg unlikely to be short of interest from other clubs next year. Rigg has been particularly impressive at times this season, though the Wearside outfit are in a strong negotiating position, having tied him down to a long-term deal this year. According to the Daily Mail, the Red Devils are on the prowl for a younger alternative to Tom Heaton, and Patterson could end up being the man that replaces him, with United retaining their interest in him. United are also assessing their current squad options in case Altay Bayındır leaves Old Trafford during the January window, with the player keen to secure more first-team football. It's believed that the Premier League giants would be keen to wait until the end of the season to let go of him before recruiting a replacement, but they are thought to be ready to move next month if he does depart. Letting your first-choice stopper leave midway through the season is never the best choice, unless they have been underperforming for some time. Patterson certainly hasn't underperformed, with the player continuing to impress. His contract doesn't expire until the summer of 2028, so there's no need to let go of him at this stage. And especially at a time when the club is competing for promotion, it would be unwise to let him go. Once they manage to get through to the summer, that will be the time to think more seriously about the keeper's future. Manchester United's stance becomes clearer on Anthony Patterson. Manchester United likelier to move for player at Euro 70M plus bonuses. Much more attractive deal. Manchester United are in the picture to sign Sporting's Viktor Gyökeres. Recent claims in the UK stated the Red Devils had already made contact for the striker, but this was dismissed by Ebola on Tuesday. Wednesday's edition of Ebola relays that and then states Manchester United are one of the most interested parties. The Premier League side recently took Ruben Amorim from Sporting and showed interest in the 26-year-old even before the manager's arrival. Gyokeres has a €100 million clause, and this is the fee needed to sign him in the winter market. The report states the Lions are open to negotiating his sale next summer for a lower price of €70 million plus bonuses. For Manchester United and all other interested clubs, this is obviously a far more attractive prospect than having to pay a €100 million clause. Ebola mentioned there's the possibility of an auction situation growing which could push the initial fee higher than the €70 million, but it's the lower figure plus bonuses of course, which is expected to be the asking price. Manchester United would have to build a selection of bonuses based on individual and club achievements. They have experience of doing similar with Sporting for Bruno Fernandes. Modern player. Amorim must start. Very good United star at LCB to outclass Saha view. Manchester United manager Ruben Amorim must consider a positional change for Noussair Mazraoui in today's meeting against Arsenal in the Premier League. The Red Devils have picked up 4 points from their opening 2 league games under Amorim, but they face a huge challenge at the Emirates Stadium tonight. Ahead of the much-awaited clash, the manager has a selection headache on his hands with Lisandro Martinez suspended and Luke Shaw injured. Shaw was anticipated to replace Martinez on the left side of the back three, but he won't be available for the encounter after suffering a muscle injury in training. With Lenny Yoro having not played a single minute since his foot surgery, Harry Maguire looks poised to partner Mazraoui and Matthijs de Ligt in central defense. However, Amorim must consider a change of position for Mazraoui. The Moroccan has been exceptional from the right side of the back three in recent games. He has caught the eye with his distribution and ability to win regular duels. Despite this, the manager has to play him on the left side to nullify Bukayo Saka's threat. Saka has been a revelation for the Gunners with 7 goals and 11 assists in 18 outings this term. He has 8 goal contributions in his last 3 matches, including a penalty won last weekend. Dalot has fared well against the Arsenal graduate in the past, but given his inconsistency from left wing-back, the Portuguese ace will require more defensive assurance. United need to double up on the England star when possible, and Mazraoui would be ideal alongside Dalot. He kept Saka at bay playing for Bayern Munich last season. The 27-year-old is very good in one-on-one situations, as Amorim said. He is a modern player and could be crucial towards United picking up a positive result tonight. Man United Ishak Sun move. Arsenal make Leo offer. Manchester United officials consider Tottenham Hotspur forward Son Heung-min to be a viable target as the 32-year-old approaches the final 6 months of his current contract. Scouts from Man United recently went to watch Porto striker Samu Agahoa, formerly known as Samu Omarodian, and left-back Francisco Moura. Liverpool have identified Torino midfielder Samuel Ricci as a possible alternative to Martin Zubimendi. The Italian was valued at €60 million, £49.7 million, during the summer. Anfield watch. Chelsea are ready to pay up to €60 million, £49.7 million, to sign Paris Saint-Germain's centre-back Willian Pacho. As he approaches the end of his Man United contract, centre-back Victor Lindelof is being lined up for a free transfer to Inter. Juventus midfielder Nicolo Fagioli has been offered to Aston Villa, Fulham, Manchester City and Tottenham. The 23-year-old is valued at £29 million. Nottingham Forest and West Ham United are both tracking Brighton and Hove Albion striker Evan Ferguson ahead of a possible January bid. Arsenal made contact with AC Milan winger Rafael Leo over a possible January transfer, only for the 25-year-old to firmly reject their approach. Football transfers. Barcelona are looking to sign a new winger in 2025 and have identified 20-year-old Orlando Pirates star Relebohile Mofokeng as a possible option. Sport Spain. Club Brugge's centre-back Joel Ordóñez remains a target for both Aston Villa and Newcastle United ahead of the January window. Man United will battle it out with Real Madrid and Liverpool for Eintracht Frankfurt midfielder Hugo Larsson. The 20-year-old could be allowed to leave for around €50 million, £41.4 million. Napoli have moved ahead of Chelsea, Tottenham and West Ham in the race to sign Lecce left-back Patrick Dorgu. Viktor Osimhen makes decision over future amid Chelsea and Manchester United transfer links. Viktor Osimhen is determined to see the season through with Galatasaray, but hopes to put himself in the shop window for Premier League clubs with his performances across the campaign. The 25-year-old Nigeria striker has hit the ground running in Turkey after completing a season-long loan move from Napoli to Galatasaray in September, scoring 9 goals in his opening 11 games in all competitions. There had been intense speculation surrounding Osimhen's future throughout much of the summer transfer window, with Chelsea, Manchester United and Paris Saint-Germain all credited with an interest in the forward. Saudi Pro League outfit Al Ahly were also heavily linked but would go on to sign Ivan Toney instead after Napoli increased their asking price to strike an agreement for Osimhen. Just a month on from Osimhen's arrival in Istanbul, Napoli confirmed that the attacker could leave the Serie A club on a permanent basis in January due to a break clause in his Galatasaray loan deal. But transfer expert Gianluca Di Marzio claims Osimhen has no interest in departing Galatasaray midway through the season and does not even want to speak with other teams at this stage. First of all, Osimhen wants to finish the season at Galatasaray. He is very happy to be there and doesn't want to talk about other clubs. He wants to play and win there. I will leave a small percentage for Galatasaray to try to buy him, and I will discuss with Napoli to find an agreement. It would probably be less than the release clause, but Galatasaray are so happy with him that they plan to find a solution with Napoli. But while he remains focused on Galatasaray, it appears Osimhen wants to use the coming months to attract potential interest from the likes of Chelsea and Manchester United. I know that a club in Saudi Arabia wants him. I don't know the name of the club, but they are prepared to buy him for Napoli and get him back at the end of the season, Di Marzio added. The problem is that they want to sign him now and Osimhen doesn't want to sign now, he wants to wait. He wants to use this season as an opportunity to let the Premier League clubs decide whether to make an offer to Napoli. According to Di Marzio, PSG are still in the running for Osimhen's signature after failing with a bid for the Nigerian in the summer. Osimhen, who has quickly won over Galatasaray fans with his barnstorming start in Turkish football, appeared to rule out a January exit following the side's Europa League win over Tottenham. I'm here as a Galatasaray player. I'm happy here, Osimhen told reporters AF. PSG are always an opportunity, and they're the only club who have made an offer for him this summer, he continued. They offered €220 million for Osimhen and Kvaratskhelia, so maybe they'll try to get both again. But he wants to finish the season at Galatasaray, even if the Saudi Arabian club want to sign him now.